Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Today let's look at the basics of using the Mac menu bar. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of more than 800 supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you can read more about the Patreon campaign, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. So the Mac menu bar is one of the fundamental differences between using Mac OS and using another system like Windows. The menu bar is always at the top. It's not part of the window that you're currently using, but it is focused on that window. So for instance here, if I'm editing a text edit document, all of the menu commands up here apply to this window, the one that is currently active. Now in this tutorial we're just going to deal with the menu itself, the left side of the menu bar. There are several menus in the menu bar on the left, and the first one just has the Apple symbol there and it's called the Apple menu. The next one after that has the name of the app that you're currently using. In this case the Finder. But you can see now that I'm using Text Edit, it's Text Edit instead of Finder. The name of the menu changes to reflect the app that you're currently using. So you can use it as an indicator to see which window is actually the active one. You can call this the App menu or Application menu. Then after that what you see will depend on the application you're using. Usually there are some standard menus like, for instance, we see File, Edit, View, Window, and Help. If I switch to Text Edit, we see File, Edit, View, Window, and Help are there. But in addition to that there's a Format menu. If we switch to Safari we could see File, Edit, View, Window, and Help. But there's also a History menu and a Bookmarks menu. Now each menu includes menu items or commands. If you click on the menu, the list of menu items appears. To use a menu item you would then click on the menu item itself. So I can click on System Preferences here to bring up System Preferences. Note there are two ways to use menu items. The first is what I just showed you. Click once to select the menu. Click again to select the menu item. But you could also click and hold the menu, drag down to the menu item you want, and then release. Now sometimes menus go several levels deep. For instance, if I click on the View menu here, notice that Sort By actually has a submenu. So I can go one level deeper. Sometimes menus can go 2, 3, 4, or even more levels deep. Now also note sometimes you'll see check marks next to items. Like for instance in the Finder under View you'll see a check mark next to the view that you're currently using for the window. In this case it's the List View. But if I were to switch to Icon View, now notice the check mark is there. You can find check marks in various different places. For instance here's another one. Under View Sort By I see a check mark next to the option I've chosen. If I want to sort by name then I select that, and now when I go back here I can see a check mark next to that. Now the Apple menu is unique in that it's always there no matter which app you're using with the same choices in it. You have choices that affect the entire system. For instance you can use Sleep, Restart, Shut Down, Log Out. These are system functions, not functions of the app that you're currently using. All the other menus contain commands that change depending upon the app you're using. So for instance under File here in Finder you'll see things like New Finder Window, New Folder, New Smart Folder, New Tab. These pertain to the Finder. But if you go to Text Edit then File contains things pertaining to documents. So New for New Document, Open a document, Close, Save, Rename, Move. Things that you wouldn't find in the Finder but make sense here when you're editing documents in an app like Text Edit or Pages or Numbers or Word. In almost all apps under the App menu you'll find the Quit command. Now one thing you may notice when looking through menus is sometimes menu items are grayed out. Notice for instance Copy is grayed out here. I can't select it. I can select other menu commands but anything that's grayed out isn't available. The reason for that is because that function can't be performed right now. In this case I can't copy text unless I have some text selected. And I don't. I just have the cursor sitting there at the end of this line. But if I were to select some text and then go to the Edit menu I can see it now Copy is active. So whenever you see a grayed out menu item it means that you can't perform that function right now because of the mode you're in or what you have selected or what you're currently doing in the app. Now whenever you see a menu command with 3 dots after it that means it's going to bring up a dialog box for further instruction. So if I select this you can see it brings up this dialog box to ask me where I want to export this PDF to. A command that doesn't have that, like New here, doesn't require any additional instruction. New would just instantly create a new document. Also notice that next to some menu commands there are keyboard shortcuts. The symbols here and the letters tell you which keys will activate these menu commands without using the menu at all. So in this case I see the symbol for the Command key and B. So Command B will bold text. I don't need to go to Format, Font, Bold to bold text. I can just use Command B. Get to know these symbols. For instance, here for copy style is Option Command C. And you can see that symbol on the Option or Alt key on your keyboard. In the View menu here under Zoom In you can see an up arrow. That's the shortcut for Shift. And then Enter Full Screen shows me a shortcut that uses Control, Command, and F. Now if you ever need to find a menu command you can use the Help menu. The Help menu is available on almost every app you'll use. And notice the first thing at the top of Help is Search. You can search for a menu. So I'm going to search for Subscript. And you could see it finds it under Baseline Subscript. And if I move my cursor over it I could use this here instead of going to the menu command. But I could also see exactly where it is. You can see here it's under Format, Font, Baseline, Subscript. A keyboard shortcut to get to the Help search function is Command Shift and then slash or Command question mark. And that takes you right there. Then you could search and then down arrow and then return and it would apply the command. Now there are a few times when you might not see the menu bar. One is if you go into System Preferences under Dock and Menu Bar. If you select Dock and Menu Bar here on the left there is an option for Automatically Hide and Show the Menu Bar. When you use that the menu bar goes away at the top but it will reappear if I move my cursor there. So it's a way of cleaning up your screen, focusing more on what you're doing, and giving you a little extra space. But also the menu bar goes away if you go into full screen mode. So you could do that with View, Enter Full Screen, or click on the green button there. And then you can see it takes the app window to full screen mode and the menu bar is gone. But to get it back all you need to do is move your cursor up to the top of the screen. And then the menu bar as well as the window toolbar will appear. So now you can use this to click the green button or go to View, Exit Full Screen to go back to regular window mode with the menu bar. One of the keys to learning how to use any app is to simply look through all of the different menus and look at all the submenus in each menu and see what's possible. Try things out with sample documents that you create. And if you just come over for Windows it does take a little while to get used to the fact that the menu bar is always here at the top. If I've got this window selected the menu bar is here. If I go to Safari and I have this window selected you can see the menu bar changes there. I don't see two different menu bars, one on each window. I will see toolbars with lots of similar commands and things there. But the full set of what you can really do in an app exists in the menu bar. I publish new tutorials every weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Then hit the little bell icon to get notifications for each new tutorial.